Hello everyone, I'm Paul McGuire Grimes. The 1970s is arguably one of the greatest decades for the horror genre, with films like The Exorcist, The Omen, and Don't Look Now. That era is now the backdrop of the new film Late Night with the Devil. It's in theaters and will be streaming on Shudder April 19th, and I want to talk about it. This is Paul's trip to the movies. David Dastmalchian is one of the great character actors working in Hollywood. You'll recognize him from films like The Dark Knight, The Suicide Squad, and Dune, and many more genre films. In Late Night with the Devil, he plays Jack Delroy, the host of a late-night talk show, Night Owls with Jack Delroy. He's nicknamed Mr. Midnight, and after a few years of hitting it big, he's seeing his ratings slump and plummet next to Johnny Carson. What audiences don't know is that he is secretly involved in this satanic men's cult that gathers in the middle of the woods. It's now time for his Halloween special for his show, and he's hoping to make it memorable for the ratings sweeps period. What transpires in Late Night with the Devil is that episode that aired live where a parapsychologist played by Laura Gordon attempts contact with the evil spirit through her patient, a young girl named Lily, and she's played by Ingrid Torelli. Late Night with the Devil comes from the clever minds of brothers Cameron and Colin Cairns, who wrote and directed the film. They certainly have done their homework, as their film really feels like the perfect homage to the works of David Cronenberg and that 70s era of horror that featured devil possession and the occult. Now, their unique way in is setting it within that world of that 1970s late night talk show, which also just comes with a really unique perspective as the current crop of late night talk shows have evolved and changed since then. There's no way that the episode of Night Owls could ever exist in the current landscape of television. Late Night with the Devil plays with color and how the episode aired, and then black and white for all the kind of behind-the-scenes shenanigans during the commercial breaks. It starts off framed like this Hollywood retrospective special, introducing us to Jack Delroy and the history of the show, and then what led to this kind of specific episode that we see play out. The Cairns brothers have a really nice slow burn, really literally, as the first guest is a medium that tries to connect with the dead, and then there's this former hypnotist who's now kind of a skeptic. They then ratchet this all up with the possession of this young girl. What the Cairns brothers do really well is kind of make most of their actors really ride that line of hoax and then honesty. David Dastmalchian has the charm of a late night host, but then there's kind of that hidden layer of a sneaky showman who's trying to pull a fast one over his audience. He always leaves his mark in any film that he appears in. He's just such a fantastic actor. Ingrid Torelli makes the audience leery as to whether Lily is someone who is acting for the camera or someone truly possessed by a spirit. Late Night with the Devil comes with a fairly straightforward concept, but the Cairns' 1970s aesthetic plays strong, especially knowing that they're really mainly working with practical effects that would have then been found in that era versus kind of an over-reliance on CGI like we're seeing nowadays with movies like The Conjuring and the Nun movies. It's a clever and twisted tale of on-camera television antics, and the Cairns wants us to question who the fraud is. Is it the psychic, the hypnotist, or the parapsychologist? All of them, or none of them. Late Night with the Devil has the potential to be a new cult classic and should appeal to a wide-ranging horror audience. I'm giving Late Night with the Devil 4 out of 5 ticket stubs. If you like my review today, click subscribe on my YouTube channel for some other movie reviews, some celebrity interviews. Look for my new reviews of movies like Roadhouse and Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. And I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment on social media at Paul's Movie Trip on social media or here on YouTube. Let me know what you think of. Do you love scary movies? Do you subscribe to Shudder? What are some of the favorite things that you watch on Shudder? Leave me a comment. And you can go see Late Night with the Devil at Imagine Theaters. Paul's Trip to the Movies is brought to you by Imagine Theaters. It will be playing at their Eagan, Lakeville, and Willow Creek locations, so get tickets today. See it on the big screen. They also have tickets on sale for movies like Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, Arthur the King, Kung Fu Panda 4, and more. Follow them on social media at ImagineMN to see what specials are going on. And tickets are on sale for my movie series, Paul McGuire Grimes Presents, coming up March 24th. It's Good Will Hunting, one of my absolute favorite movies. I would love to see you there. Get your tickets today. I do a discussion after every one of my screenings. So, get a ticket, come see me, come see Good Will Hunting back up on the big screen, and then let's talk about what makes it so good, and why do I weep every time I watch it. So get tickets today, I'd love to see you there. Thank you so much for watching my review of Late Night with the Devil. This is Paul's Trip to the Movies.